So, this past weekend, me, Kate, the kids, Kate's mom, all drove down to Oregon. We went to the Grand Lodge in Forest Grove for a wedding. It was for Kate's nephew, Alex, and his bride, Miranda. And it was a fantastic wedding. I've got to say, it was super fun. We're not going to talk about the shotgunning beers, although I will say that Kate beat her sister Nikki in the shotgunning stakes. As for my own record in that, I am staying stumm. However, while we were there, Jason came up to me and he said, I want you to make up a cocktail using, and what they had at the wedding was very hot. We had some fans at the wedding, right? You can do a bit of that. And he said, I want you to make a cocktail with that. He said, we watched the cocktail videos that you make, and can you come up with a cocktail using that? And I thought, well, challenge accepted. Yes, I can, I thought to myself. How am I going to do that? How do you use a fan in a cocktail? It's not the usual kind of accompaniment. I thought, okay, you know what, I can make that. And I'm going to invent a cocktail that is both strong and sweet, which to me sums up what a marriage maybe should be. And I think that the newlyweds are exactly that, strong and sweet, and it looks like a really solid relationship. But, you know, how do you get a cocktail that sums that up? Well, I thought to myself, I'm going along in a sort of linen suit. And to me, that kind of sums up a kind of wedding outfit that a guy like me might wear. So the cocktail I'm going to put together today is called a linen suit. Strong and sweet, as I say. And hopefully it does some sort of justice to the wedding party, but also with Jason's challenge accepted. I'm going to see if it lives up to things like Nathan's speech, for example, which was terrific. His best man speech is always good. Short and sweet, by the way. I will say the whole ceremony and everything was sweet, and the party was magnificent afterwards. There was music from Short Stacks, you know, that's Charlie, and Jesse danced fantastic. Everyone danced fantastic. Everyone had a terrific time. But that's enough. That's enough about the wedding. Although I really enjoyed it, I may have mentioned that. Let's get on with this cocktail. It's got to be a tequila cocktail. Why does it have to be tequila? Because of course they all did tequila shots. So of course we're going to do a tequila cocktail. And we're going to put 2 ounces of that in there, into our mixing glass that already is filled with ice, of course. Next ingredient, actually I'm going to put the sugar sort of ingredient. Now I'm putting in orgeat, the almond syrup. I've got this terrific stuff by Lieber & Co, which really is very, very nice. But almonds, of course, typically, you know, favours at weddings, you'd often have sugared almonds or something, so almonds seem super appropriate for this cocktail. I'm going to put in a ½ ounce of that, like so. I'm also going to put in some orange curaçao. You put in any orange liqueur that you happen to have in the house. I think this works well. This is slightly drier, but the orange goes well with both the almond and, of course, the tequila, as we'll see. And then finally, well, the wedding cake was not a chocolate cake. However, there were some pop cakes, they called, you know, little ones on sticks, which were delicious. Nonetheless, I think chocolate, the sort of dessert, there were brownies, so chocolate needs to be in this as well. However, I don't think we need quite so much of this, otherwise it's going to get, I mean, sweet is good and strong is good, but sometimes too sweet is not great. So I'm just going to put in a ½ ounce of my white creme de cacao, like so. We'll throw that in there, and then we're just going to stir this. Just thinking, where's the fan going to appear? Fear not, my friends, it will appear. But we'll stir this, and the reason one of the things I did about this cocktail was you can see the colour. It's maybe not an exact match to the soup, but it's not far off, to be perfectly honest. So I think I've really named this cocktail appropriately. Anyway, we're going to stir that till it's chilled. We're talking about 20 seconds or so, bruising the ice, getting the drink to a good temperature, and then we will strain that into our, now I'm using a coupe because, you know, that's kind of like a champagne glass as well, so it's sort of fitting for a cocktail that drew its inspiration from a wedding such as Alex and Miranda's. And we'll just strain that into our chilled cocktail glass like so. And here is where we get the magic of the fan. I wanted some orange flower, orange blossom water in this, so I put it there, but I've got it in a little spray bottle. I kind of just want the sort of scent of it, really. I don't want too much, so I'm going to get my fan and I'm going to get my spray. I'm going to start fanning, and here goes a little squirt or two of the orange flower water. And then finally, you know, it's a wedding cocktail. Let's have a garnish. Let's have some chocolate or cocoa powder just sprinkled on top like that. It'll really sort of help with the whole balance, I think. So here we go. Congratulations to Alex and Miranda. Cheers. That's fantastic. Cheers.